this is Ben Clark here at FUNKe Fired Arts in Cincinnati, Ohio. And Mayco has come out with a product called the Crystalline Glaze Kit. And I started to test this product to see what type of surface I could get on my pots. And with the help of a student, I've actually gotten some pretty great results. So I would like to take you into the studio and show you what I've achieved and give you some tips on how you could possibly get some cool surfaces of your own. So follow me into the studio and let's get started. When you open Mayco's Crystalline Kit, you're going to notice three things: a bottle of colored ongo, seeding media, and a clear coat. Now, through the manipulation of those three things, David Schmaltz and I have been able to produce these results. Now, we've got some fun, exciting surfaces here, and we would like to show you how to reproduce these surfaces in your studio. So, let's go take a look. The Crystalline Kit comes with firing instructions. It's going to tell you to ramp the kiln up to 2300 degrees as fast as you can, drop it down to 2012 as fast as you can, and hold it there anywhere from 2 to 6 hours, and then let it cool regularly. So we've held to that program with varying results. This is David Schmaltz here. He's done a lot of the testing for us, and he has gotten very consistent results by tackling the glazing in a very specific way. His most common result is this deep black gloss surface with the blue crystal growth, and he's getting good space, so those crystals are just floating in that black background. So I want to talk through with David exactly how he does this so you can get the same results. And then we'll talk through some of the other crazy surfaces we've got. Now, these are some of the forms David has been consistently working on. He has a small home studio and a small electric kiln. And David, you've been putting on 3 coats of the colored ongo?
That's right.
All right. And right now these two have the black ongo on them.
Yeah.
Remember that the ongo application is just like an underglaze application. You can blend the underglazes. You can go from bare clay to underglaze color. We've tried all of these and had varied results. But for the consistent result like this, where he's going for a black coat on the back with floating crystals, we're going to talk through his exact steps. So for this, after the 3 ongo coats, you put on the initiator, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and do you have a favorite tool for that, or what's the process?
I use this little ball burnisher that I can dip and it'll hold consistently. It doesn't drip off, and just basically just let it build up there in that fashion. That pretty much does it. I've been happy using just 2 seed because we seem to get these larger crystals. So, I mean, your results are pretty consistent and match up with mine as far as if you put on 10 seeds or 12 seeds, you start to coat the whole surface of the pot in crystals. They grow together. And if you stick with the 2 or 3 seeds, right, you get more of a floating set of crystals. Okay. All right, so after the seeding media, we're ready for the clear coat, right? Right.
All right.
Next step.
Now, we're ready for the clear coat, and this is where we have seen a huge amount of variation. I have been taking the clear coat out of the box and using it the way it was mixed, and that's usually a light tomato soup consistency, like a normal glaze. And you can see when I put 3 coats on, I get a clouded, interesting surface that I really enjoy. And what I found was David was getting this very clean gloss surface. So I watched him glaze and couldn't quite believe what he was doing. His glaze had thickened up and it was almost a mayonnaise consistency. So I want you to watch him glaze this pot so you can mimic this, because it's kind of hard to believe. So check that consistency out. Now, David, as you apply the coats, would you just explain how you start and how you apply?
Well, it's so thick that you have to work it into the surface. I've also found that this does not run very much. I've had a few run, but not all of them, and so I can put this buttery glaze all the way down to the rim. I'll take a damp cloth and just go over the bottom, and then I can put it right on the kiln shelf.
And do you blend that? Do you have like a little hand blender that you kind of whip the glaze
yes,
with?
Yep, right. I have to mix it before I use it.
So it doesn't clump?
It doesn't, well, it still clumps a little, but it helps, and the water separates from it. That's why we mix it up. You can see some of it's starting to clump a little bit here.
And so you're going to take that application process and just take it all the way from the bottom up to the bottleneck.
Right.
All right.
Okay. This brush, because the glaze has to be so thick, I snipped off the bottoms of it so that otherwise you have to work it into this glaze into the surface a little bit. And a thin brush is more for more viscous product, so you have to have a short bristle.
The third coat now, and again we're going to jump up the wall just a little bit, right?
Yes, about close to about 1/4 of an inch, I'd say.
All right, and the process is exactly the same as the previous two coats, yeah?
That's
so
correct,
still
yeah.
heavy and all right. So as David's finishing that third coat, I do want to show you a few of these pots that are finished and talk you through how we got the result. With this one right here, we got these great fan crystals, and that's the blue engobe, 3 coats again, with about 10 dots of the seeding media, fired with a 6-hour hold. And this fun guy here, we blended a few layers of the black engobe with a few layers of the white engobe, and got that mesh background there with some nice round crystals. And again, that's just a few dots of the seeding media, 2 or 3, with several coats of the clear applied like David's doing now. Now the Mayco kits have different colored engobes, and so we want you to try the different backgrounds. This one, this lighter blue, produces some silvery crystals on the surface. It helps them stand out a little bit, so we were excited about that finish. And this is one of my favorites. This pot here has the black engobe blended heavy on the bottom, 3 solid coats on the bottom, 2 coats in the middle, and then fanning the brush up to bare porcelain on the top. And you can see we got crystal growth on the bare porcelain. This had about 10 dots of seeding media on it, and that's where we got just a coated surface of crystals. Really enjoy that surface. And then remember that these pots here represent what David is doing right now, that thick gloss coat that has the blue floating crystals on it, using that black engobe as your backdrop. All right, so we just want to thank David Schmaltz so much for showing his process today.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We hope in your home studio you get some very cool results with this product. So please, as always, if you get some cool results, send your pictures to B. Clark, that's B as in boy Clark, at FUNKeFIREDARTS.com. And this crystalline kit is available for purchase at www.FUNKeFIREDARTS.com. So thanks so much for watching. Have fun with this product. I know we have, and we'll see you next time.